Well, basically, when you want to start a piggery farm, there are some of the factors that you should consider. Some of them are very basic, but very important. One of the factors that you should consider as a farmer is the topography of the land that you want to, to start your farm. For example, in Piggy at Sagana, the pen is located in a gently slope area, and if my camera person can come near, the reason of having a gentle slope is to ensure that the drainage is very perfect. Yeah. Then the next factor that you should consider is accessibility to other infrastructure. A very good example, you should make sure that your farm is located and accessible to a good road network. In our farm, we have a very nice road network. The other factor you should consider when you are starting a pig farm, you should ensure that you are located in a place whereby you have a good access to water. And for our case, we have our tank just next to the farm. And the tank, we normally get the water from a nearby dam, which we normally do the pumping on daily basis. The other factor you consider when siting a unit, a piggery unit, you should ensure that the pen or the pig houses are not located very near to the homestead or where people are living. The main reason for this is because there is quite a possibility of a very high smell, which is not very pleasing in all aspects. Then the last factor that you should consider is the social and the religion perspective. For example, it's not very advisable to start a pig farm in an area where Islamic is more developed in as a major religion. Reason being, there are some differences between their religion and the piggery. They have a different perspective. Our program normally starts 8 a.m. in the morning, whereby we do the first cleaning, and we have enough personnel who normally does that in very early in the morning. So within the first 30 minutes, the farm is very clean. Then 8:30 a.m. we normally give we normally feed our pigs in different categories. If it's a sow, we normally give her the sow and winner. If it's a gilt, we give it the sow and winner. If it's a piglet, we ensure that they are suckling well and everything is in order. Then, after we are done with the feeding, we normally have a roll call whereby we monitor each and every animal and ensure that all the animals are feeding. If by any chance there is an animal that's not feeding, me as a vet of the farm vet, I'm able to monitor or maybe do the diagnosis and do the treatment or any other advice. Then, 12:30 a.m., we started doing the second cleaning, and we ensure that within the 30 minutes we are already done with the cleaning. Then we do the second feeding at 1:30 p.m. That's that's in the afternoon, basically. Then after doing the feeding, we do the second roll call, whereby we monitor each and every individual animal, whether the animal is sick, the treatments are done, and other management. One of the byproducts that we have in pig production is the manure. And for example, in our farm, the pig yard Sagana, what we normally do, we are integrating the pig production farm with other crop production. For example, once we are done with the cleaning, we normally the wastage is directed into a drainage channel. I hope the camera person can show. Then, once it's directed into the drainage channel, we have a hole at the farthest end. Our viewers, this is our drainage point. Once we have done the cleaning, this is where the manure comes in. Then after every 1 week, we remove the manure and we do the drying. After we have done dry date, we are going to show where we have done the manure. We have some maize in our farms. For example, this maize has been producing using our manure. We have some bananas in the farthest end, and also we have some napier grass in the farthest end of the farm. That's how we normally use our manure for this perspective. In other aspects, this manure can be used in making biogas, but we have not yet advanced to that level. pig is normally productive, mature, sexually mature at age of 5 months, but you cannot serve it at that age. We normally wait until from about age of 7 months from birth. A very good example of that, whatever I'm talking about, is this gate. This is what we call a gate. It's of a good size for serving or for insemination, if you are planning to do the insemination. Then, some of the management practices that you undertake as far as a pregnant gilt or a pregnant sow is concerned is that you should ensure that she is able to get enough feeds. Similarly, with the sow and winner, just as like the other animals. So, for example, we have our sow here.
Ouch!
She is pregnant. We have 2 sows. This one is pregnant, and also this one. She was quite reluctant, but she has finally responded. The 2 of them are pregnant, and some of the factors that you should ensure that they are taken care of. One is the feeds. We normally give the sow and winner. You should ensure that they have been fed in the right proportions. Then the next thing that you should consider is water. Water is very essential in production, and ensure that the nipples are operating well and they are in good condition. Again, the water that you are giving your pig should be very clean also. So ensure you have to consider where you are getting it. Then hygiene is also very essential. For example, in our case, you can see that the pen is very clean. Unless the pen is very clean. The other one is the space. Ensure that the pigs have enough space for some exercise. In some cases, if there is not enough space for exercise, we develop some problems. You are going to see some of the joints having some inflammation. But in our case, we don't have that. So you have to be very careful to ensure that the space is enough for that pig. Again, our viewers, in other aspects, if you are not using the nipple, you should ensure that the maternate or the farrowing pen has no any other source of water. Therefore, if there are some containers, ensure that they are removed from the pen. Then during the actual process of giving birth, nobody call that farrowing in pig's perspective. You should, as a farmer or as a serious farmer, you should monitor the process. And if by any chance you see any difficulty or any alarming thing, as far as the process is concerned, it's always advisable you contact your qualified service provider. Pig farming, being an enterprise, it's a business, and in any business, the head goal is to make the profits. So for our case, our target buyers, one is the farmers.
Kwa majina naitwa Nicholas Mreithi. Nafanya kwa hii farm. Hii farm kama sasa kuna miaka 7 kutoka tuanze hii farm. Iko na nguruwe mingi kulingana na vile tulianza. Tulianza na nguruwe moja ikiwa mjamzito, tukajenga bweni moja. Hata hizi zingine sasa tumeanza kujenga hizi juzi. Sasa kutoka hapo kuna macharity kama mgonjwa, zingine unaona zimegonjeka, zingine umeona kama ziko na vidonda, naita daktari, zingine kusema chanji ni kama chakula. Ndio kwenye zingine toka barabara ni mbaya. Sasa unatoka saa zingine gari zinakwama huko. Sasa vitu zingine hivyo. Kutoka hapo hizi nguruwe zinatufaidisha, kama mimi nasomesha nazo, tunakula, watoto wangu wako shule. Na hiyo naona